stuff going, guys. But you just got to do some. Okay, every event. Okay, interesting. Cool. Yeah. So we were just talking about 3D gotchis. Yeah, that's probably the biggest. I would say well, that and Gachi Chain are like the two huge. Well, everything is big this year, but there's so much to talk about. 3D gotchis are something I'm really looking forward to, and I just feel like Avogachis are adorable in 2D, but and like we've put so much effort and work into them. But everything in the metaverse now and all the different like virtual experiences people are building, the majority of the big ones are going to be 3D. I feel like so. I don't want our community to miss out on that. So I want us to be everywhere. I want us to be in 2D pixel games, 3D metaverses, 3D games, 2D games. We AR, VR, like we can be everywhere with 3D gotchis. I want to be able to have Zoom calls with my gachi that looks super dope. So that's kind of the reasoning behind the 3D, and there's been good progress on it. It's we're working with a really great studio that's doing all the rigging and the animation, and we're also doing the wearables. We're kind of doing those internally, but oh, they are. It's kind of a collab with studio, but it's a big. I mean, it's a big undertaking.
Wow.
Not something we've taken on lightly, but it's something we really feel that is going to bring huge value to the community over the lifetime of this project.
Yeah, that's amazing. So like I just have a question regarding like the correlation between the 3D asset and the 2D. Will these wearables like only be available, for example, the 3D versions be only available to those who hold that specific wearable, like currently the way it is right now? Or is it going to be more of like an open source gotchi like library kind of thing?
By like available, do you mean
Like if you hold the
uh,
asset, you know what I mean? Like if you hold, like for example, let's say like a mythical poncho, or you hold a whatever wearable, that would be you'd be able to reproduce that wearable in 3D. Like, is that how it would work? If you were like in another metaverse or playing Gachi Guardians or something, for example.
so it the way we're thinking about it is there'll kind of be this will be part of the 3D SDK that it'll there's going to be all the different like 3D wearables will eventually be uploaded to Arweave or somewhere where they're kind of dropped and are pinned forever. And then there'll be a converter that basically takes your 2D Avagachi and with a function call to that converter, it will then spit out the 3D version with like all the rigging and stuff ready for Unity or wherever you want to use it in Monaverse or like any of these cool metaverse experiences, including the 3D Gachiverse, Gachi Guardians, all the games. So yeah, I mean, you technically, I guess someone could take all those from the cloud and reassemble them if they wanted, but um, for the holders, you'll click a button and it'll generate your 3D Gachi for you.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. But that's like one 3D element here of this whole um, delivery. The like you got multiple things. It looks like you had some glimpses of the arena. Is that going to be in 3D as well?
Yeah, that is our devs are currently working on migrating all of the combat mechanics that we have in the arena, like the sprinting and the wearable implementations. They've gotten they've been working on this for about a month and a half, I think, since we made the final decision to start migrating, and it's going really well. We are basically uh, at like getting close to par with where we are with the arena in terms of like features. Uh, Not things like super chats and things like that aren't moved over yet, and the map has not moved over yet, but we're getting pretty close to par in terms of the actual Avogachis like attacking each other. But we're not gonna release it until it's to the point where we're fairly happy with how it's going to go, and have one of the big differences is in the arena for 3D is that we're going to actually have the instances where you can. I think this was mentioned in the dev update. There will be instances where you'll be able to like choose who you want to fight with, and you can create a room, and you can maybe this is a little bit alpha, I think, but you'll be able to create a room and drop a link, and people you want to play with can then join that room. So it won't be where it is now, where like anyone can join the public arena. But that's been probably one of the most requested features, is any friends that you want to battle against.
Oh man, that's really cool. I'm really looking forward to that.
I could host some 5v5 tournaments for game night, so all the guilds who are talking trash can bring the heat.
Yeah, yeah, that's. So there probably be some real challenges, like porting everything from the current Gachiverse in 2D to 3D. Like, what are some of the big challenges, like either you guys have already kind of had to deal with, or some of the things you still might have to do in order to kind of get the current version iteration of the Gachiverse to actually work in this in Unity in the 3D environment?
Yeah, the Citadel. If we're talking about the Citadel, like that's definitely a bigger challenge than the arena, which is why we're kind of taking it step by step. But probably the biggest challenge with the Citadel will just be loading in all the different assets kind of in a way that is it's lazy loaded, not like loading everything all at once. We had to do that with the 2D version, but I mean the good news is the backend that we're working with comes with a lot of those tools kind of built in anyway, so it shouldn't be as big as a lift as it was for the 2D version. Like we really built a custom backend for the 2D version, and it works. It's just there's some physics issues, collisions issues that are really more native to Phaser than they are our problem. It's just Phaser is not really set up to handle something of this. It's like, unfortunately we thought it would be capable, but it seems like it's really more for like 2D platformers or smaller games, not something of the scale of the Gachiverse. So it's really shown its limitations as we're kind of testing it and pushing it to its max.
Oh yeah,
especially the physics engine. The physics engine, as we've all seen in the arena, like it can sometimes your shots miss for no reason, and then we've tried like so hard to fix that kind of stuff, but it's really engine, and which means a Phaser issue.
I see no futuristics thing going on and off. I don't know. Are you talking? I can't hear you.
No, you're probably hearing my microphone picking my mouse, like dragging across my yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I thought you were. Gotcha. Yeah. No, that.
As long as I'm not making too much noise, yeah.
Yeah. This is
this is
big alpha.
We got here? C11.
Oh yeah. So there's a little surprise that C11 DAO and RFox, they are a 3D studio building out their own metaverse, and so they reached out to us earlier on, and we kind of threw this idea out there, maybe having some fakes displayed in their metaverse. So today we'll be going on a little adventure and checking out some fakes somewhere other than the Gachiverse. So it is AR and VR compatible. So if you got an Oculus headset, you'll actually be able to go in and look around and stuff. So it's gonna be pretty cool, I think. Actually, shout out to Choina. Choina is like an OG member in their community, in the RFox community. So that's kind of how I first heard about them. Um, and yeah, we linked up ever since, and they've been a great bunch of guys. And looking forward to kind of seeing, like you say, Gachi showing up in other areas, other places in the metaverse.
Yeah, exactly. We want gotchis to be everywhere.
And so that was part of the conversation we had with these guys is like, what if we could create like a gachi district in their metaverse and we could actually have our Avagachis once they get released, these 3D Avagachis.
Mhm.
Maybe there's a way to kind of integrate them in and have our gachis running around in their district. So there could be ways like there could be ways of doing that. Uh, I'm stoked on that for sure. That was one of the biggest things I was like excited about when I was reading the blog post there. And
Yeah,
also
and the Unity team's been super supportive as well. We're in
nice.
contact with Unity. They're like really excited. I think it'll be a cool partnership.
The rendering on those
And yeah,
gachis.
what do you guys think? Yeah, the rendering is these aren't the final gotchis. These are the ones that Zbot has made, and they're kind of fake gotchis, but these are kind of the north star for where we want to make sure that gotchis look in 3D, like because they look great, but they don't have all the final like rigging and animation that the actual real gotchis will have. But I was curious, what do you guys think of the? This is probably the first time you've seen NFT displays in 3D on the floor.
I thought it looked good. I mean, being able to move around and like walk over it on that level, like kind of from a standing perspective, like you normally would see, is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I've always felt like I want to be able to like walk on art like it's not like trampling on it, but just like as it's I don't know a painting on the ground.
Well,
That's kind of
it's a
always been
major
the
benefit of digital art, right?
yeah.
You can get away with that. Let me ask you, with this 3D update, because we're talking about the art display, do you think that this will eventually? I know you said the Citadel is going to be a larger migration, bigger project. Do you think this will enable or make it easier for Gachi lodges launch eventually? Because I can imagine it'd be easier in a 3D rendered space
Yeah,
to have a place to walk around and see the art on the wall or the floor or the ceiling,
Hmm.
wherever you want to put it.
yeah. I think this makes the job of the Gachi Lodge a lot easier to implement because it'll just be another like 3D room that you'll be able to enter, and it'll make there's already a ton of assets that we could like import into that lodge that to help people because like one of the biggest issues we've had with the Gachi verse is that everything is made in 3D in Maya, which is like a 3D art creation software. But like when we want to convert it into the Gachi verse, yeah, it's great. It's made in 3D, but that process of converting for the Gachi verse really sucks. It actually takes quite a bit of time. So like just being able to drop something pretty much directly from Maya into the Gachi verse is going to be a big help. So like things like arena maps or paraphernalia for the lodge, that stuff is a lot quicker because we can just spin up a 3D model of something and then just drop it in and it looks great. So I think lodges, yeah, this 3D lodges is going to be pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm glad we waited for 3D to implement the lodges because, like you were saying, no future. It's kind of like the whole inside space is going to feel a little bit different when you have AR or VR compatibility. Even it's a game changer. Even like for fake gotchis specifically,
Mm-hmm.
being able to see these fake gotchis nice up and close, well,
Yeah.
in a on an Oculus headset would be great.
Yeah,
Based
yeah. Like
on
that's what we need.
oh,
We
go
need the gotchis in VR. We need
Hmm.
VR like VR chat gotchis. We need fake gotchis and getting up close and personal with them. That's gonna be really cool.
See, what's interesting is with the 3D gotchis, the ones I've seen anyway that were the fake gotchis that Zbot put up, it does leave open a huge door to like IRL merch, kind of like what I'm thinking is the Pudgy Penguins. They've had a
Mm.
huge success over the last few weeks launching Pudgy toys.
Hmm.
And Abagachi, I think, fits well into that like cutesy kind of vibe that you could have like a physical toy. So it's cool to see that because it opens up these potentials that were there before, but it's just like it's materializing in front of us.
Yeah, it's harder to make a toy. Like Zbot made these models. Zbot, uh, we don't have alpha on that level yet, but the cool thing about the 3D models is that they can just be turned into toys like really easily. I mean, Zbot, if you want to drop that image, I don't know. I think we've dropped this image before, but or maybe not. It's just like he's made some 3D fake gotchis that are little these like tiny collectibles in real life.
Yeah, see, that's fire.
This is just like the prototype. You can't take the hat off. Uh, there's definitely more to do with them, but some of these are really small too. He made like they're like 2 inches tall or something. So cute.
That's a nice
So yeah,
little
3D,
thing to put on my
and he
desk.
he was able to make these because he made the 3D model, the GLB file, I think it is, and then was able to just like send that GLB file off to the producer.
We need someone to
So yeah,
build like 3D Gachi Warhammer kits. I don't know if anybody knows what Warhammer is.
yeah,
It's like these little
yeah,
models, and you would paint them, and then they're actually part of a game that you play. So you could collect these little gachis, like little Warhammers, and you could paint them like really detailed, and it's
yeah,
a thing. Be cool.
yeah. Seriously, people like Thrax was going wild on his bonsai tree and his raffle the other day, painting the raffle. Yeah, it's an art form. It's really fun to be able to do that.
But yeah, I love the direction overall that you guys are going with this, and this is not an easy undertaking by any means, of course, to switch it up. But I think it's the right, like you say, it's kind of a decision you have to make now. It's not something you'll be able to
Yeah,
do later down the line when everything gets established.
yeah. The earlier we do this, I think the better off everything will be. It opens a lot of doors. Like we're already able to have some big partnerships with other projects in the space because now we have assets that are compatible with them. The Gachi dealer.
Did the you had a Twitter post about comic books? Did you get any or glean any information out of that? Like what the people want?
Sounds like you guys want a comic book.
Yeah, heck yeah. We were
They're,
talking about it on Block Party yesterday because see if I can find it. I think it's DJ Supreme Pop has like this cool looking fake gotchi in the queue that looks like a comic book cover or like a magazine cover, like almost like Jet, but for I guess gotchis. Let me see if I can find it real quick. What was it called? This one, it was here. Oh, maybe it passed the queue already. Yeah, probably past the queue, so it might be up for sale at this point. But yeah, it was a comic book cover
Oh, right
or
there,
like a
Supreme Pablo
one.
just
Yeah,
dropped it.
like even if you just gave
oh
me
wow, yeah.
just covers, it could be like it doesn't have to be a story. It could be gotchi art on the inside in a book, like high quality. That would be amazing. And Supreme Pablo, consider pricing these high and giving out physical copies because I would definitely buy one.
I mean, if we're gonna do a comic book, it's gonna be a proper comic book. It's gonna have fire art, fire story. It's you guys. It'll be. I mean, it's got to be amazing. We want to just half-ass it, or like put out something that looks like a comic book, but it's not. So, but it's yeah. We seems like the demand is there to make a comic book, and it's a great way to tell a story. Because another issue we had with current Gotchiverse is that we are getting close, but we're just not able to tell the stories we want yet. There's a lot of tech that still needs to be implemented, like the quests. So comic books are actually a pretty cheap way to get out a lot of story content, get some canon going for you guys for the fake Gotchi lore.
We have some great communities within our, within Avagachi that have formed those sub communities, creating their own lore. We're seeing that with Roxiano's group that she has with her comic book series. We're seeing that with Leonardo Dagachi and his Fake Lore Society. And we're also seeing that with Bowtied Nerd and his lore telling group. So yeah, we do have I think we have the beginnings here of some great storytellers, Avagachi storytellers that can even add to these storylines, that the initial storyline and then side storylines,
Yeah, because like where it is now is there's so much room for community interaction with the story and just like helping guide what happens.
Yeah, actually, I want to. I was talking to Hefe about this. I'm dropping a post in here. I did a picture of my girlfriend's dog with an Avagachi hat and posted it to Twitter, and it did pretty well. I didn't really even mention Avagachi. I tagged Avagachi, but just said, "Hey, I onboarded a new friend to Web3 gaming," and people like this picture. So I would love if you are in the community and you have any merch or gear and a pet. Throw up a picture because people love that shit. They like to see pets, and it's everybody's looking at how cute the dog is, but very clearly he's rocking Avagachi. He's down with Gachi Gang. So I think I don't think we've done that before, right? Like a social media pet push with our Gachi gear.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, get your cat or dog or iguana or fighting fish, whatever you have, rocking some Gachi merch and push the pet pictures out.
Yeah, I currently have an 8-week-old German Shepherd puppy, so I'm trying to source a liquidator bandana for him, and then I'm gonna take some pictures and get that up on Twitter.
Yeah, I have the gator
gotta
from
source
Ethan
that.
Pepper. I'm waiting to slide it onto the dog. I gotta I'm trying to give cause he's also getting bombarded with merch picture requests at this point. So
Was that called the hashtag Gotchi Pets?
Gachi Pets.
yeah, I like that. Keep pets.
I like that. Golden Cross sharing. I'm not sure what kind of dog that is. It's not a Shiba Inu. Definitely not, but kind of looks similar in that sense.
What did you guys think of the liquidator? There's a lot of alpha in that in that video. Anyone remember what the liquidator looked like?
Does someone have a
Good old
screenshot?
three-dimensional representation. Sorry, I'm not talking because somebody's my lawn guy is going by and he's like chucking rocks at my window right now. So I've just been trying to keep myself.
I'll drop some of the screenshots for those who haven't seen the video yet. This was like the first iteration that they did, I think. Slama's awesome.
Oh yeah.
He's been super with like guiding and managing the art team. He's doing a really great job. And then we went from purple over to kind of green. Tried that. And then this is kind of where we are right now, and we think it looks quite cool, like compared to the original one, which was kind of what we were going off of was like the not the original pixel, but this was kind of the one from the graphic that everyone's seen with Gachi Guardians.
Yeah, I see where the adjustments actually really make sense. Like I love the liquidator's brain, and it just looks so much more kind of mechanical in the second one there. With the legs, the way they kind of look like they almost click together. You know, it's and I think it goes back to your original vision too, right? Like I remember you saying when the liquidators first came out that they were meant to be like this, like initially kind of almost a little friendly looking, but also quite menacing and can really do some damage if you mess
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, I want them to feel like they're like most of the time they're just kind of chilling and waiting. But when the command comes to liquidate something, then they turn into like, you know, these liquidator demons.
They're cold,
So the
calculated, transactional. They don't care. They
yeah.
just do what they got to do, you know, upon command.
Is there any reason that they have five legs? I think I counted five. Is that like any significance, like mathematically, or just like a fun choice?
I think it probably to help it balance a little bit,
Hmm.
or maybe it's a meme. Fifth leg. Oh yeah, Neon Kong added in the first one. Yeah, that was the original one had five. I think they just went with that just to get a little bit more balance, I think. We're not going to initially animate the legs all walking because that would take a year. They're going to kind of float for their walking for a while until we get to the point where the rigger can actually like give them full leg. Yeah, massive press. And then do you guys catch the Raffle? Anyone catch fire art from the Guardian so far?
Oh, the raffle look. I saw the god like one with the little crown and
Okay, it's a work of art, honestly. With the little one waiting under.
yeah.
So this is a tower. This is not just like sitting there. This is a tower defense game, and this is a tower. That little guy is gonna unfortunately be chucked into the air.
Ah, he's on a catapult kind of deal. It seems like.
It explains the
Yeah.
mech kind of look that the Raffle has. It's just like,
Yeah.
like I know I'm about to go airborne. So with for the Gachi Guardians, this is all Unity, right? That you're building this in?
Yep.
Awesome. Every time I hear or think Unity, I think of Dave Chappelle, like from Chappelle's Show.
With the
Unity.
ring, 5 fingers.
Yeah.
There's an alternative game engine apart from Unity, right? What's that other one called?
Unreal. Well, there's a
Unreal's.
couple. There's Unreal is like super pro if you want to make a super lifelike game, and it's the technical barriers of that are even higher than Unity. So if we can make a kick-ass game in Unity and fun pixel craft, we'll get some Unreal going. But we don't want to go too hard. We want to make a fun game first that is gonna kind of prove the IP concept for Aavegotchi. Oh, nice, Thrax. Yeah, Unreal, it's like it comes with a lot of you can do a ton of stuff without knowing any coding, but the moment you want to start coding, that's when it's like you hit reality. And yeah, you could probably do chat GPT with it, but still like it's written in C sharp, or is it, or no, C plus plus, I think. So it's very low level language for super coder chads for sure. But yeah, one day.
Yeah, I've only used. I guess I used it with Midjourney because you can use in the prompt Unreal Engine 5, and it just
Mm,
gives it more of a realistic look.
yeah.
I've been
I've seen
using
some games. I mean, Unreal, it's crazy like what they're doing. There was this game I saw on Twitter, someone playing like I think it was like a real life. You were like like shooting guns and stuff in life. It looked really, really, really insanely realistic. It was not a person. Pretty crazy.
we're getting close there, right? I mean, I was listening to the Nvidia talking about his metaverse he's doing, taking IRL buildings and basically remapping the whole building in the metaverse. So it's virtual one for one copy to the building.
Mm.
And like you say, insanely realistic. I mean, you almost, aside from like the sensations, right? You can't really tell the difference visually.
Yeah.
But yeah, really stoked on this 3D Avagachi vibe that we got going here. And kind of gives me like there's this game I used to play with these rabbits, Raving Rabbits or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new game, Mario, that's like a very much kind of similar concept, 3D. But I think that these are the games that are kind of in, like, these are what's everyone's playing right now. And talking about mainstream appeal, I definitely think there's appeal to the 3D gachis with everything 3D in the gachi verse. I think that has a lot of appeal there for the for the new normies that might be joining. Uh, you know,
Yeah, I think it's gonna unlock. It's just cool to have both, right? We
yeah,
have the 2D and the 3D. There's not that many projects or even IPs they've done the work with both. So the tricky part is in the future, like every time we add a wearable in 2D, we'll also need to add it in 3D. But
yeah.
we'll have the team will be very pro at adding new wearables, so it shouldn't be that bad.
So I mean, you see basically 2D and 3D kind of coexisting side by side here. So maybe
Totally.
okay, cool, very
Yeah,
cool.
we want. I mean, we still want people to build games in 2D. Like if that's your vibe, go for it. We want to make sure that the 2D ones will continue being updated. Like I want to see that Raffle Chasers game. Like that looks great in 2D. There's no need to move everything over to 3D. There's still plenty of audience that loves 2D. I still love 2D.
Yeah,
It's just I think we need both.
yeah, absolutely. Um, like we need a nice like 2D platform shooter or something where you can move through levels. That would be kind of cool. Um, or we could see, like, I could even see eventually like a Paper Mario style game where you have it's 2D and 3D, so it's kind of like two worlds put together, and it'd be a really unique gaming experience.
Do you think with the switch to 3D, are we going to have like how will that affect our computers? Do you think like as we're playing, it's going to be
Mm.
browser based? I'm assuming. Do you think it
Mhm.
will lighten the load, or because I remember you saying that the phaser backend wasn't ideal compared to what you're going to be
Yeah,
playing with this new one?
I think it'll be it'll be better optimized, which is horrible that we had such bad performance with Phaser. But I think it's just because the world is, well, it's yeah, phaser is weird. We never were able to get the performance down to what we think should be reasonable for a phaser. That Unity will most likely be better optimized and will be better on your computer.
Actually, Rico has a good question. I've seen this with other games. Is Would you ever consider having Aavegotchi go through a launch pad, like say like Elixir, where you download it to your computer and it's on your side?
Yep. Yeah, we are. We need to do like another build for that. Initially, we're going to be doing things in WebGL just because it's a little bit faster to get that shipped. But the changes you need to make aren't that significant to actually get it on application. You do get much better performance when it's a local application because well, it's a little bit technical, but TCP doesn't work in the browser yet. Actually, there are a lot of new things in the pipeline for browser games that could blow application games out of the water. Like there's this cool tech called WebGPU that is really, really close to being, and that's going to improve performance of browser games a ton. You can't use the GPU natively in the browser right now, but once they add WebGPU, you'll be able to. Then it's really just a matter of getting support for UDP, which is like a protocol that devices you can use for networking. And once we get both of those, like there really won't be that big of a difference, honestly, between applications and browsers.
Oh, that's amazing.
Very
I didn't
cool.
understand any of that, but I think I got the TLD. It's better.
Yeah, I agree with Satoshi Sky. Like, it'll be WebGPU. WebGL is like being deprecated, and WebGPU is going to take over, and it's going to open up an entire new possibility for browser games.
Very cool. Zbot dropping something here.
Yeah, WebGPU, as far as I know, it is already supported in Chrome. Like it's an experimental flow, so it's not supported out of the box yet. You got to go search for it a bit, but it's coming. That's so funny, Ziva. The summoning.
Yeah, actually, the plushie Hefe that Ziva that you mentioned was in New York for NFT NYC last year, not this past one, but the year before. So we all got to see it. I think there are pictures of Roxiano holding it. Like it was a celebrity at the party, almost like the signed Gotchi that we have with Mycalium.
We need to get that one in the shop coder, Dan.
Yeah, I mean these are, I know they're hand painted and stuff. They definitely weren't cheap for Ziva to get made, but yeah, I think we need to do a push for the shop to get these babies to mass production.
Oh, do we have any alpha? I don't know if Lost Local is here, but because I know he did a tweet, I guess, kind of poking fun at DeGods about the sweater quality. And he was talking about the summer lineup, summer gear. Do we have any information, or can you drop any pictures or alpha about that?
As far as I know, there are some things being created already that they should be done pretty soon. Yeah, exactly. That's the meme. I don't know if Lost Local is around, if he has any updates, but I know the stuff that's coming is going to be fire, and we'll definitely. Well, I can't say definitely, but as far as I know, it'll be ready for summer. So I mean, we're already pretty much, we're in summer, but middle summer, midsummer, we should have some stuff. Do a nice summer drop.
Light Piglet, you said I'm not allowed to say with the covering the mouth emoji. I think Lost Local was in Denver recently. So do you have some kind of outfit that you're not spilling right now?
Mhm.
I'll take that as a yes. Yeah, I'm actually wearing a Fake Gachi shirt. I have my girlfriend wearing the Fake Gachi shirt because I had a few of them, so I gave her one. So it's a great looking shirt. It's like very bright and vibey. So people always comment on it. So it's cool.
Which one's that?
The Fake Gachi shirt, the one I have it on right now. I can actually show myself camera. Yeah, right there.
Fake Gachi
That's
Miami.
Fake Gachi Miami.
Yeah, that one's nice. Real nice.
I don't know if you could buy if that was for sale at any point. I know it was just there in Miami, and then we had some in Denver. Did those ever go up for sale on the shop? Because I feel like people will buy them too.
I don't think so. I'm still I didn't watch the stream just now. I'm not sure which one. I've probably seen it. I don't have a recollection of it though. But yeah, I don't think it was in the shop. Threx, do you want to talk about ThriveCoin? It's a big launch. This thing has been several months in the making now. Do you want to come up stage and drop some alpha? Yeah. Drop the alpha.
Bro, I don't know why does it even give you the option to request on stage when you're an admin? Right here.
I don't know.
All right, I got too many fans going, man. Let me just turn shit off. Yes, okay, so ThriveCoin is launching. I'm very excited for this. So essentially, we plan on rewarding contributions to the DAO in any way possible. It's very open to discussion. If you guys feel like there's a way that should be rewarded that isn't rewarded, you can speak up. We've got meetings on Mondays that are open to the public at 12:30 EST. But essentially, you can head over to the Connect channel, connect your wallet, and it's going to recognize past contributions that you've made. And for the first season, it's raffle based. So you're going to get essentially like what amounts to raffle tickets. And at the end, we will draw for, at the end of this first season, we will draw for the prizes, which amounts up to 15K Ghost in different bundles of things. So some of it's land, some of it's just straight cash, some of it is assets. And the goal of this is we're not looking for just things like, like social media posts and follow the accounts that we, put out there. Like, obviously those are worth something, but we're looking to really like empower the DAO essentially to be able to use this as like a reward layer for any kind of project that they want to do. So if there's something that the DAO really feels like should be rewarded, they can speak up at these ThriveCoin events. We'll make that a priority, and then we'll supercharge Aavegotchi DAO. It's already a beast. Like, imagine what we can do with this.
Yeah, well said.
Right.
Oh, okay. Thought I rugged, sorry.
Yeah, and so we got think.aavegotchi.com. Was that mentioned in the announcement just now?
No, that's a good point.
Yeah, you should probably mention that. That's the kind of the dashboard, and there's a leaderboard as well, right?
Yeah. So I mean, it kind of lends itself to that automatically by being the way it works. Essentially, is we're keeping track of things by default. So yeah, for sure, we'll have a leaderboard for people to compare themselves to each other. But it's the prizes, man. I'm really excited for the prizes. Like we're moving towards we want to get the devs excited, basically. So that's the thing that I want the devs most I want them to pay attention, because we've got this we're calling it the Voltron Hackathon, and essentially we want to get all the devs in the same room on the same page, and we want to get like a set of best practices and like coding best practices and things, so everyone can essentially build one thing, or at least the many parts, and just combine them into one thing. Voltron, man.
That's
Yeah,
a really
I
cool
think that
idea.
makes a lot of sense. If is there any gathering place for the devs? We have that old the Discord of our Avagachi arcade, but if there's any other gathering place to discuss standards, that'd be great.
A good point. Yeah. We can put something under the Thrivecoin section once we. So we're gonna do a like a meeting. The first meeting we'll set up a bunch of these like admin things.
Real quick, we'll just go through some of the benefits here. Just if you guys go to Avagachi Season 1, there's 24 ways currently to contribute. You can write an approved update for the Avagachi wiki. You get 75 Thrive for that. Build an Avagachi game with 1,000 players gives you 2,000 Thrive. That's like massive. Build an Avagachi game that is qualified for an XP competition is 1,000 Thrive. A couple Avagachi forum things. Earn trust level 3 for 140 Thrive. Hold the Gachi Gang role on the Avagachi Discord server, 10 Thrive. So everyone should be doing that if you have a Gachi. That's 10 free. You're on the board if you do that. Follow the Avagachi space on Snapshot. You get 5 Thrive for that. Vote on a proposal in the Avagachi Snapshot space, 5 Thrive.
Yeah, I
Pretty
mean
sure probably
a lot of these rewards are essentially targeted at Gachi Gang that we know are already somewhat engaged. So we want to reward people that are already engaging. We also want to incentivize bigger engagement. We spent a really long time, guys, figuring out like prizes and like values and a way to try and make it seem, you know, fair, but like a game at the same time.
Yeah, and kudos to Thrax. I mean, taking this on as the Pixelcraft kind of representative. You've done an awesome job, going above and beyond, like dealing with like handling the Thrive team and just all the. There's been like tons of calls, just getting all this together. So it's been a ton of work, I know, and putting out the fire videos for us.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a mission, but I like, just like any mission that I have here, basically, I'm motivated because I know what's the potential of it, essentially. I think it has massive potential, just like the DAO has massive potential.
The last one we got is make a deep dive Twitter thread about an active Avagachi snapshot proposal. That's pretty cool. For the threaders out there, lots of good stuff. Oh, there's actually more. Landlord role, join and verify on the Discord server. So probably just by what you guys have already done already, just by chilling and being part of the community, you've probably already earned like 30 to 40 Thrive just by connecting. So that's
What's
that's
the value of a single Thrive?
They're being used as raffle tickets, basically.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Okay.
This is for season 1, it's going to be a raffle. For season 2, it's going to be a fixed amount, right?
Yeah, like just the standard micro contribution payout type thing. And then the third season is rarity farming style.
What how many for the rarity farming one, have you guys decided how many we got Thrive Draft coming up. Like how many slot what do you call it? Like positions there will be?
I don't think we've gotten that far yet, but we can confer with you guys. We kind of want to do the same style where it's like a massive top prize and then the curved tail.
Yeah.
But I don't math, so.
By far the biggest rewards are building an Avagachi game that's qualified for an XP competition.
Oh yeah, we definitely want to incentivize that, man.
That's awesome. Cool. And this competition goes for about
Yeah.
the first round will be about a month here, and the whole thing is 3 month trial.
Yes, exactly.
Yep. Link for free coins. Yeah, there you go, friend. Just connect your wallet. You don't have to do any transactions. That's nice. Just like connect it and sign it, and then you can connect your GitHub, connect your Twitter, things like that. Great job, guys.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'm gonna update this.
And yeah, well, thanks to the Thrive team for pushing through with this initiative and getting it to quorum. I know they did a lot of getting out the vote with various community members to make sure that it passed. So way to got to work for it these days. Not everything in the DAO is going to be getting to quorum, from what I can see. There was a couple votes that didn't meet quorum recently. That was related to the Gotchi Vault has now kind of announced that they are including a quorum in their votes of 15,000 VLT. If it doesn't reach 15,000 VLT, they're not going to vote on it in Aavegotchi DAO, which I think makes sense because too little voting really just it kind of swings the DAO too much and with so little voting power. So I'm pretty happy that they put a quorum. Just it might mean that it's a little bit harder to get things to meet quorum in the main DAO, which is actually I don't think that's a bad thing either. You can't have quorum too low or too easy to reach.
Do we know if the change for quorum requirement from their DAO happened via governance vote, or was it just put in through the vault managers?
As far as I know, it was done by the vault managers.
Eep.
What is this sound message? Is this new from Discord?
Is that my mouse? I'm prepping the GMI parcel right now for Fake Fest. Trying to put some finishing touches here before we get our friends over. We got a bunch of bounce gates set up, and it's gonna be a good time.
Nice. Yeah, let's anyone want to jump into the verse?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in the verse right now. I'm actually kind of doing some landscaping on the GMI parcel, but the GMI HQ bounce gate is officially up. So if friends want to come hang out while I do a little landscaping, we can do that. I'll drop a little alchemica.
Yeah, I'll drop some.
Yeah, that'd
Let's
be
do
cool.
it. You're north of my parcel, right? Yep, there you go.
Yeah, there you
Stand
go.
by the-
Just Fake Fest Gate 1.
It should say GMI HQ or something like that. It's the second one on the list.
Oh yeah, nice.
Oh, I didn't know somebody put out a interdimensional bluff. When did this piece come out? I never saw this.
I don't know. It was late one night and I saw it on the bazaar and it was really cheap and I was like, man, this is a dope piece. I think it's made by the not Music City. I can't remember the name now, but the digital Super Bros or something like that. They do really cool animated pixel art pieces like that.
Yeah, this looks cool. I didn't know you can open up the animations in the verse like this. This looks really cool.
Yeah, and then shout out to Coder Dan. You got the original Artist Summit pieces whitelisted. At least some of them that
Sure.
we thought kind of met the rules. Yeah, thank you for that.
Oh, where are they? Are they here now?
I'm actually
Get 'em
I'm
in.
getting them moved around in my wallet right now, so I'm gonna try and test out and see if I can
Nice.
actually get some of them to display here.
I hope they work. Yeah, they should work. But if there's any issues, we kind of didn't get them done super quickly, unfortunately. But hopefully it works.
Yeah, I think it will. I appreciate you guys doing that. So we're gonna try that out now. I got them sent over from the multi-sig, so I can actually do that right now. Actually, so let's see if we can get some of these whitelisted NFTs to show up.
It'd be crazy when this is all in 3D, guys.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Transferring some tokens, making that happen.
Are there any? Is there like a list of what items are going to be auctioned? Need
So
to know how much goes to prepare.
yeah, we're gonna have an ongoing channel for auctions. So we'll have an open channel in the GMI Discord. Let me just, if you don't mind, maybe I can just go through the itinerary a little bit for today,
Yeah,
if
great.
that's all right. Yeah, so Fake Fest is the second annual artist summit. We had one right before Fake Gotchis launched. And so now we can actually celebrate Fake Fest and everything that we've created, all the amazing art and culture that's come out of this project should be celebrated. And we're that's the goal for today. So we're gonna kick off Fake Fest with a let me pull up the itinerary real quick here. Near the end of the Saturday hangout here, we'll actually, near the end, maybe 10, 15 minutes before we end off, people can start either joining the GMI Discord or slowly making their way over to the GMI Amphitheater. We'll kick off with just some open celebrations, a little bit of coverage of the Fake Gachi background, and talk about some volume and consumption metrics. To see how far we've actually come, because I think that should be, we should highlight that. It's really been incredible what we've seen come up in this collection so far. After that, we will have four roughly 10-minute speeches, collector speeches, but one by myself. Roxiano has something to share with us as well. We have Soju giving us his perspective, and we got Artcore speaking on Botanica. After that, we also want to honor some of our collectors as well. So we got Grim, who's going to speak on his experience as a gallery curator. We'll have Smokescreens touch on his experience with Fake Gotchis. Supreme Pablo as a creator of Fake Gotchis, and of course Nadil as a collector and a creator of Fake Gotchis. So I'm looking forward to hearing from these folks, and so we're going to give everyone a little bit of time there. And we'll, make sure there's a little bit of open mic as well for anybody who wants to share their love for Fake Gotchis or whatever. You could come up and just say, "Hey, I love Fake Gotchis," and that's all that's all you wanted to share. So we got that, and then Draw with Soju is going to be really interesting. If you guys have ever had like wine and paint night or those sorts of deals where you're painting as a group, Soju is going to take us through a guided drawing using his style. And we're all going to try and make our own versions of this piece, and then we'll see what we come up with at the end. Maybe we can even turn that into a mosaic Fake Gotchi. So that'll be interesting to see where that goes. We got two gallery viewings. We got the Gotchiverse and the RFox Vault. So we will take you guys through the Gotchiverse. You're already on our parcel here, hanging out in the GMI HQ. But we will be throwing down, I'll be trying to throw down some of these whitelisted pieces and kind of show some of those off and honor those early artists. We'll do a little bit of pre-Fake Gotchi review. We got a ton of Fake Gotchis in the queue. Like, we only had 5 or 6 in the queue. Some of them had kind of stalled out and were ready to mint. And now the queue has been reinvigorated. We got, I think, 12 minting today. 12 Fake Gotchis, I believe, minting today. And so there'll be plenty to collect. I'm sure there'll be a lot of listings. And there will also be some live auctions going on. There will be a OTC channel in the GMI Discord for anybody who wants to do their card swaps. So this is also a good time to get your swaps done if you're looking for a specific card, RuneScape style, want to sell or want to buy, and what kind of card you're looking for, and we can make those happen. So that's part of the first. That's the first kind of part of it, and then we got some giveaways. So there'll be some things to give away and some partner showcases featuring Infinity Keys, giving some space to Thrivecoin, getting their perspective on how we can increase artist recognition. And of course, we wanted to host the C11 DAO because they've been so great in kind of experimenting on short notice with some of the fake gotchis in their district. So kind of maybe even a brainstorming session on how we can take this further. So yeah, and we'll end off with a showcase reel and a summary, and then we'll be there. It's gonna be a 3-hour ordeal, and I think it's gonna be packed. I think there'll be little room for much else, but it's gonna be a really good time.
Did we kill all the liquidators already, or? I just dropped another super.
I see one next to me. Let's see.
Where are you? I'm gonna launch a mega one, but I don't know
man,
where.
it's just trying to kill me. Not if I kill it first. I'm really really sad that I can't attend the painting with Sodu session, but I'm gonna have to watch that.
Oh, that sounds good. All right, I'm dropping the big lick. It's gonna be right above. If you've been watching the queue, it's the spot where Mycalium, I believe it's a haiku. His fake gotchi piece. So I'm gonna be right there next to that little fire. We're dropping a big lick here. There he goes, Mycalium.lens. Big lick being deployed. Should I wait for a couple more people to come over here? Because this thing's gonna wreck us pretty quick.
It's gonna steamroll us.
All right, right.
For the whitelisted pieces, will they show up under Aavegotchi art commissions? Is that will they show up? Or is there another?
I think they will be. They'll each have their own name, I think.
Okay.
Do you not see them in your inventory?
Not in the Gotchiverse NFT inventory. It's just not loading up. Looks like it's cycling but not loading up. So maybe I'll reboot and give it another shot. Just do a hard refresh here.
Yeah, hopefully that'll work, but sometimes it can be tricky with these external collections.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, my AP's so low. I gotta. This thing is wrecking me. I'm just gonna watch the action. Wait for my gotcha recharge.
Where are you guys? Let's see.
We're on the GMI estate, like the bottom half of it.
I can't do much, but I'll try.
Oh, I was killed.
Is the Gotchiverse laggy for you guys or no?
It requested the 10 kek to re-enter, but then said when I clicked yes, it's like, oh, that's the wrong screen for that, and just let me back.
Oh, no. In the Gotchiverse.
Yeah. It didn't accept the transaction, but it still showed up. Okay. Come on, buddy.
Okay, let's try and change this NFT.
Oh, this thing's going down right now.
I don't actually see the HP bar. Do you see it?
I do
Oh,
see it. It blew up. Yeah, here we go. Make it rain, baby. Go. Just gotta run around. Don't know where the coins are yet. Now we should all go to the arena and duke it out for all this Alchemica.
Yeah. Looks like the Raffles may be feeling like they have something to tell us
Oh,
tonight
Ah,
while we're all chilling before Fake Fest here. Go and see the friendly Raffle.
do we have any alpha like the location?
Yeah, let's see. Wait for it to appear. So much Alchemica.
Just picking it all up. There we go. So, Hefe, which pieces are you actually trying to throw down now?
I'm trying to throw down some of the. So let me see here. We got the GMI. Sorry, I'm still kind of looking for the pieces in my wallets actually. But there's 3 of them. There's some Bin Laden pieces. There is some that were created by Lev, and there were also some that were created by. I can't remember the other artist's name. But there's probably in total about 5 pieces, I think, that are going to be eligible to show up here.
Nice.
I'm going to try and get these over here as soon as I can.
Just doing my Gotchi Roomba thing. Sacred Roots, Districts 20 and 22 are concerned about a
Oh.
mysterious tree that seems to have fallen where no trees have previously existed. Okay, where no tree has previously existed. All right, so District 20 to 21. All right, skedaddling. Sorry, Hefe, we gotta take a walk.
Going on an adventure. Where? Let's see.
What do I have
Really
in
need
district?
that district map in game.
I have 1 and 20. I have 4 and 21. I have an estate in 21. I didn't even realize I still had an estate in District 21. That's kind of cool. All right.
Anyone got a bounce gate?
I don't have a bounce gate. I can go there and set one up. It's in District 21, though. I don't know where or how far it's going to be from the correct location. Let me set one up real quick. I'll call it Raffle time. Root
I see
Raffle.
one in District 20. Necro Knights Holders channeling. Let's see. I'm hopping over there. Oh, it's pretty close. Yeah. If you go to that one, it's pretty close.
Necro
I'm gonna make it there in record time, I think.
Ah.
Thank you to the Necro Knights.
Is that Infinity Keys associated?
Yeah, I think so. That's their
Nice.
Infinity Keys NFT.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I have to actually. They sent me a message yesterday, but I went to sleep really early. But the Orium quest stuff, I think they're like working on / it's moving towards finalization. So I gotta just review it. But I'm like, I want to do it with my full attention, so I'm waiting for that. I don't see. Okay, now I see the little map bubble. Okay, getting close to the
7:13, everyone.
Good
Hey.
morning.
Jim.
There are so many things rolling. Happy Fake Fest Day, everyone.
Happy Fake Fest.
Let's do it. Really
You have
quick
no idea,
rundown.
man.
yeah. The Roxiano puzzle is live, by the way, at Infinity Keys. you'll need a wish bish or oh gosh. It's
Oh,
Roxy's.
who's that? We got here at the exact same time. Tim the Tool Man. Yo,
What?
who's Tim? Me and just in the verse here.
Oh,
Tim the Tool Man.
Tim the Toolman Taylor on the job.
He and I got. I was gonna say that I got there first, but literally, we got there like the exact same time. I need 19 more friends. Oh, like Big Lid.
Did I miss it? Because I went to the Necro Knights thing as well, but there's a wall. If you go north. Yep, I'm lost. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's just a big wall here, so I can't get by it.
I think you're at the wrong one then, because I didn't have a wall.
I think there's a couple parcels out
North
there.
from the Necro Knights?
Yeah.
North from Necro Knights. Let's try this again. Necro Knights, Necro Knights. Necro Knights holder channeling. Going in. Ooh, I like the location of the sacred root right there in the middle of that FUD lake. An island in a lake of FUD. Yeah, drop the coordinates if you have that, because that would be helpful. Okay, I'm in district. Okay, it's showing me the thing. We're going north again. I'll jump on the road. Okay.
Join I, friend.
$378, $242. Okay. I should stay on the road though.
Yeah, it's a cool location. Little flood lake. I think it's is this a letter? What is this? Someone's got a dope parcel, by the way. Very nice parcel to the west. Nice
Grand
fountain.
there. Yeah.
I'm gonna go chill at the fountain while we
Yeah,
wait
let's
for
go check
friends.
it out.
Turn on the sound. Oh yeah. There we go.
That ASMR.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I can turn the sound on now because I have control of that. Let's see.
I don't know. When did the Gachi verse music change to this? Is this like a different track? I haven't heard this one. Sounds like I'm in a spa. Super nice.
That's the other thing I
There's
was going to
very
say about the 3D. Like, that's going to be a really great experience being in that kind of viewpoint with hearing the music and the sound and
Yeah.
interacting with the environment. It's going to be a whole nother experience.
Oh, so we have to actually go back because we need
Yeah.
more to unlock this bad boy.
I think it's the raffle that's playing this music. See, I don't know.
From the tree itself.
Yeah.
Too many interruptions. I usually have the sound off, so I don't hear this. This is so. These Raffles aggressively burping.
Is anyone someone wanted to talk to? See if I can
See if I can get away from people without them
Don't
stealing
take
all
It's
my
my
money.
challenging on these hangouts when you get the
Yeah.
raffle squatters coming in and
Squad.
squatting.
Raffle
The raffle.
I think I'm dropping stuff, but I haven't seen anything actually fall.
I think there's like a delay, maybe. Six more friends. Oh,
This
sucrose.
raffle is picky. It needs an audience. It's like I'm not performing without the full attention of the gotcha. Oh, somebody summoned a raffle. Let's get
Oh,
Don't stop.
oh, there he is.
feed this bad boy.
Yeah, good luck getting him to talk. It's impossible. I don't know where this counter seems off. It says 8 friends now.
Well, the longer we make it wait, the more like diva-ish it becomes. So now it needs more
Yeah.
people. This raffle is burping like crazy.
Gather round, friends. Gather round. 6 more.
All right, I'm gonna disrupt everything with a super chat.
Whoa.
Feel the FUD.
Dropping FUD.
Just
Yeah,
to
it's-
confirm that this track it only plays near a sacred root.
Ah.
First time I've ever heard it. Very cool.
Need 14 more friends here. Sorry, I made everybody run away.
Yeah.
Raffle's getting pissed.
We're back.
Gather up, gather up. Whoever Hyper Elon is, they have a lot of HP. Come on, Raffle, what's happening? How many do you need? We need 8 more friends. So you know what it might be? Everybody get close to the Raffle. Like stand
Yeah.
right at the root. Four more
Four
friends.
more.
Yeah.
Here
is.
we go. Yay. Story time.
Pepe, do you want to read it?
I'm not there. I'm actually still. I'm doing some
Oh,
landscaping
shit.
here.
You have to
Yep,
go where the
go.
bluebird's belt. There you'll find information you lack on when foes will be on the attack. As time goes on and hearts grow weary. I bet does this one sound similar or rhyme with any of the previous ones?
I think Awkward AI was keeping track of those. See if Awkward's got the alpha.
We should be getting close here.
I love that little slide whistle-y kind of sound that you have when the message goes up. It's bleep.
Yeah. Yeah, the sound design is really nice. Bet this is Neon Kong's work.
Yeah, I usually have it muted because before I didn't have a way to control the sound, but now I do. So I got to remember I can actually leave the sound on to the game and enjoy it.
This plus the fountain is great. I'm gonna go back on over the fountain. Fountain Gang. Oh yeah.
You're at the fountain by yourself, I see.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna get the party started over here.
The music gets softer as you go away.
Oh, we got pulled in. Oh, sorry, Sacred Root, causing mayhem. I think I see Roxiano. Hey, Roxiano. I just dropped a liquidator near you. Sorry. Hefe, you're still on the road?
I'm almost done the GMI parcel. I just gotta throw down some NFT displays for these live mints because I'd really like to get these up as people are minting them off. So I'm just kind of finishing up there, and then I'll check
Yeah.
out this route.
I'm gonna try to summon a Raffle over here by the fountain.
We have, I
Wow,
think,
Mr.
six
Smith
over here
found
by
us.
the-
Fuck. Mr. Smith, bro, taking all of our Alchemica, man.
Let's do it. There's, I think, six or five protoliths over here by the raffle. Getting rocked. Come on. Stop fucking me up. I'll let Nacho do it. Nacho's always killing me, so I'll let you take care of my light work.
Oh gosh.
I'll go
It's the fountain area. I wonder the Alchemica doesn't seem to be dropping. I don't know if there's an issue.
It seems to be just slightly delayed. Like I did a super chat. It took like 4 or 5 seconds, but then it went.
Hmm. Yeah, the number is going down, but it's like not showing up, I guess.
Try another super chat.
It's a nice parcel, by the way.
Is this just one spacious or 2 back to back? Oh, it's just one. So I guess while we're here, Hefe, I know you're doing your design for Fake Fest, but just to ask you a few more questions about Fake Fest.
Absolutely.
It's 2 hours. It's going to be hosted in the GMI Discord. Where can people look for a stream of it or a replay if they can't see it, in real time?
Oh yeah, definitely. If you can't see it, we'll definitely share the link to the GMI Twitch. We'll also be on Twitter too, so we'll be live streaming to both of those places, and I think YouTube as well. So there'll be a few places to catch it if you either aren't there and can't make it, or want to view everything happening in real time.
Yeah, and then this is a separate event, but I'm assuming it's very similar to last year's, the artist summit. So, like, can you talk about the team who's worked on this year? Because I'm assuming it's the same peeps, but maybe slightly different. Like, who's contributing, who's doing what, where, when, and why?
Yeah, I mean, so basically, we put out the framework. We put out the framework for what Fake Fest should be, and based, GMI friends and the majority of people in our server pitched in and kind of made this event what it is now. And so I just love I have to say it's a community effort, and primarily it was just myself and Mike Callum that put the idea out there and sort of did the general outline for what this event could look like. And then we had some really great folks from, for example, Leonardo Degacci from Fake Lore Society. They're working on something really cool. We got approached by the RFox team, who also is doing something really cool in their own right with the 3D Metaverse, and just so many other great partners. Infinity Keys and Roxiano with her own storytelling that have kind of approached us here, and made this event. I think is going to be really great. But the whole idea of
that's
Fake
awesome.
Fest, just real quick, kind of just at a high level view, why we're doing this. The whole idea is to celebrate just the incredible culture and art that we have in our space. I think Fake Gotchis was one of those initially overlooked projects that we had spun up here in Avagachi, but have become like a core part of our community. We've seen all kinds of use cases for Fake Gotchis, from fundraising to games to just purely aesthetic purposes. It's just so amazing. I think it's one of my favorite parts of the ecosystem, and so that's why we're kind of celebrating it here.
Yeah.
Well said, sir.
Yeah. Well said.
So yeah, I encourage everybody to join us in a little bit. In about 30 minutes, we'll kick off Fake Fest.
Yeah, and you know the programming for this event today. Like, if you could, without giving away any alpha, or maybe you want to give some alpha, what's like the most what's the thing that you're most looking forward to out of all this? I heard somebody say paint with soju. Was there anything that's like kind of out there, quirky, something that you think is going to be really fun, but maybe unexpectedly so?
Oh, I think paint with soju is going to be one of those things. I'm really looking forward to that. I have a lot of anticipation. And then the second thing is the RFox Vault. Like, just I've seen their product and what they're working on there, and we'll get the wheels turning today about possibly having some sort of Avagachi experiences with these new 3D models. Like, the timing couldn't have been better, honestly, for this sort of thing, and I'm really looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, awesome. I just found Soju. It looks like he's AFK, because he's not like lit up in the Gotchiverse, but he's spinning nonstop. So I don't know if he's stuck in that state or if this is now he's back. Okay, cool. He's just stuck there spinning in circles. So I found him. GM, hey GM, man.
Yeah, Soju's also got to be probably one of my favorite artists in the ecosystem. I mean, I have a lot of favorite artists, but Soju is definitely one of the ones that I really like. Bin Laden as well, another artist that I really enjoy the style and the work.
Yeah, it's cool because this is like, we're in this is the second kind of annual event, but celebrating the artists in the community is important. And it's we talk about community created content, and it's like the lifeblood of any community, any ecosystem, and it's good to see it thrive and continue to go on.
Yeah, absolutely, and on such a cool platform where we can look back on this Fake Gotchis run in 10 years. Well, maybe the collection might still be going in 10 years, but if it's not, we can look back on it as this really incredible experiment that started in the early days of Avagachi.
Yeah, all on chain too. Stomper X Kravich, rookie of the year. Nothing but bangers. I will say, we were talking about, I love the Sir Linkius the piece. It's I think it's Sergey, right? That's Sergey.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing people publish is always cool because that's one of the intended use cases. So I don't know if Sir Linkius is an artist. I've met Sir Linkius a couple times at IRL, but just seeing him publish and put out work is awesome. Do we know any of the stats on Fake Gotchis? Can we talk about that? Because it's been a year, like almost at this point. We're coming up a few months short of a year. I know it's something close to like 600,000 ghost in volume. How many cards have been burned? How many unique pieces are there in existence? It's like, if we go from like looking at where we were last year to this year, it's an incredible growth.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we'll probably kick off Fake Fest just touching on some of those metrics. Like, I know, I think Bicalm did have some of those metrics down, and they did look quite impressive. We are at, I know we're over at least 400 pieces minted at this point. Never mind the cards that have been burned. So,
yeah, there's been a decent number of cards burned. So, I remember out the gate, the first like opening of like people putting up cards, and 19 or something like that got burned, and it was like, oh crap, people were pissed.
Yeah.
But you got to establish the standard.
Yeah, some cards, those
So
cards had to
recently,
be
there's been a
burned.
couple creeping in that are a little bit low effort, so we might need to get the people people learn their lesson for a little bit. But a couple of them slipped through. I think.
Which ones? Which ones do you think slipped through that were low effort?
There's one that was just like a screenshot of something in the Gotchi verse. I don't know who made it.
That was Mike Callion. We actually discussed it yesterday, and
Oh, really?
it's an animated piece. It's a video of him in the Gotchi verse at the GMI parcel on the little campfire, and it's a voiceover of him. What I believe he's doing is a haiku, and it's
Nice.
about the Gotchi verse. So it seems low effort if you look at it as a screenshot, but then he actually like wrote a poem and like recorded it. It was very cinematic.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just saw it in a queue. Didn't click into it. That makes sense.
It can be misleading.
That's
Like
cool.
those can be misleading sometimes when you see just the thumbnail. I think if we could have a little icon that says animated or something, that might tell people, hey, you gotta click into this because,
Yeah.
don't be underwhelmed.
Yeah, we did that on the. We check if it's a video on the main site, but yeah, we actually need to add that on the fake Gotchi site too.
Yeah, it's interesting though because to me, I still think it's a piece of art. It's a screenshot. The visual part is probably not the highest effort part of it, but the writing of the poem and the audio recording, that aspect of it, making that cinematic feel. But I can understand some people even considering that low effort because it's just recording your voice and adding it to a piece. I love it though because it's like it. I've seen Mike Callium's little lens posts that are a whole bunch of haikus. So I instantly thought of that, but I got to hear him
Okay.
kind of like vocalize it. It gave it more like it was more evocative.
The other one was the Tree of Fud. I wasn't sure if it was AI generated or not. It looks pretty distinct, so it might not be. I
Was
wasn't
that the
sure about it.
contact piece that looked like it
Yeah,
was?
I don't know who Contact is.
Contact actually was in Eve Denver. He was one of the media crew. He helped shoot and edit stuff.
Oh, cool.
For that piece, the one thing we commented because we did go through the queue yesterday, it looked like it could have been like hand drawn, like not hand drawn,
Possibly.
but it looked like it could be a photograph of the canvas
Yeah,
because
it
it
seems
looked
like
like it had
it's.
kind of brush
I don't
strokes.
think AI would be able to do that. Honestly, it looked pretty custom, but it's one of the. I was like for me, it was like borderline, so I didn't flag it. But
Yeah, because at first I thought the same thing, and then when I saw it was Contact, and I looked closer, he's a photographer, so I was like, he might have painted this and then
Nice.
photographed the canvas, but he has to confirm that. What did you think of? Did you see the? Well, I forget the name of Sir Linkius's piece. It's actually in the queue. I can bring it up. I'll take a screenshot. I think it's so awesome. There's also this other one that looks like who made this? Awkward AI. I don't know if this is awkward that's in the chat right now, but the Gotchiception piece. It looks like it's like paper and like it was drawn on paper and it's a stop motion animation.
Oh, that one was really well done. I think maybe there was some sort of an AI element, but he definitely had to put some work into it to make it look like that.
Yeah, see, 100% watercolor and ink, 41 frames. I knew it. Like I saw it yesterday. And it's
dude.
like texture. You could see the texture of the paper.
That's pretty awesome.
for which
actually.
one? The Tree of Fud one?
It's the one I just dropped in called Gotchiception. There's actually two Gotchiceptions. One has a capital G, the other one has this. But yeah, the piece is beautiful.
Yeah, that looks pretty. That looks very hand drawn. Yeah, that's. I initially saw it. I was like, wait, that's kind of weird. But then like the animation and the GIF, like that's pretty epic. It's pretty insane.
Yeah, good old stop motion because I've done those before. Never with drawings though. This kind of opened my mind to that even being
Yeah.
a thing. I guess Soju does that too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you guys are so talented. Nadil, I wasn't sure. Did you double submit? I guess you meant to do that. He double submitted the same piece.
Yeah, we weren't sure about that either. We saw that last night on Block Party there.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh yeah, we're talking about this one, the contact piece. Yeah, looking at it, unless it is AI generated, it looks like there are brush strokes and there's like texture. So the texture makes me think, because it's him, that it's a photograph, but I can't verify that. It could just be AI. I still like it though. Yeah, the Gotchiception by Awkward. I would buy a frame for that and hang it on in the background and have that on loop on my screen. That would, on my set. That would be so cool. Yeah, and the new Soju piece has this passed already? Infinite Joy.
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah. Have you seen the new Soju piece? Is he talking about the big piece? Are we
The
dropping
Bob
some alpha?
Gotchi to Infinite Joy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bob got
5
you.
hours.
Yeah, it's a different one.
Yeah, I love this piece because it looks like, and we were talking about this yesterday. It's like, this looks like these are two separate drawings with something propping up the Bob Gotchi above the background, because you have this like pleasant shadow with like some kind of noise. So I wonder if that's like digitally added, or was that a product of the camera itself?
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, Soju, if I'm looking at the Bob Gotchi 2 Infinite Joy. It feels like they're two separate drawings. Like you've propped up the Bob Gotchi against the background and then photographed it, and that's why you have the shadow with like the nice, kind of noise in that one area of the shadow. Was that a product of photography or like the camera, or is that something? Is this just like you're drawing digitally, or how you shaded it like on the paper itself? Because this one has like more of a three-dimensional feel than some of the other pieces. Ah, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one's pleasing. I just love the it's a balance. It almost feels like a yin yang kind of like feel to it because of the balance of the colors and how they're like the diagonal lines. I love it. Is this a one of one? Well, let me see. This is 31 editions. Okay. So I don't want to I just love this piece. I know you're going to probably go into it during the artist summit, but yeah, a lot of great work.
Zbot's got a 101. He's
Oh yeah,
dropping
the
his rare Pepe Gotchi, I think it's
Oh,
called.
that one's beautiful. I'm gonna collect the card at least.
yeah, I'm going for the card as well. I want to get this. This is another one that would be like the ultimate like godlike flex to have in the background of my studio, just on a screen, the only one in the world. Like that'd be dope.
Yeah.
This is also a perfect use case for GBM, a one of one where price discovery is not going to be easily botted because it's hard to tell what the the ceiling of true collectors is.
Yeah, fakes and GB go really well together.
Is
It's like one of the perfect use cases for it.
is Zbot looking to auction that one off on GBM?
I don't know.
I mean, I think so.
Ooh,
Could be wrong.
that would be cool.
Soju says 31 seasons of the joy of painting equal 31 bobs. Oh, that's nice.
Nice. Bob is chill. Yeah, the cards are pretty fire too. I wish we had more. We definitely need to get these physically made. I want everything in a physical format. Maybe the still image of this as a physical. That would be pretty dope. I know Thrax had some physicals, right? You had some for which project was it though?
Oh man, Parcel is looking fresh. We have many empty NFT displays to fill with some great fake Gotchi artwork here, guys.
You're at the GMI.
Yep. Unfortunately, the whitelisted pieces are not showing up for me. I'm gonna have to check that out later.
Oh man, sorry about that.
I mean, it's not your guys' fault. I should have kind of done that earlier so I could test it. But nonetheless, we're still gonna get these pieces to show up at some point. So keep an eye out. I'll make sure I put the word out. So if you are holding any of these pieces, you'll be able to get them on your parcel.
It's a lot of open NFT displays right there.
Yeah, so the idea here is to accommodate everybody that's minting. So what I would appreciate, and I can, definitely sort it out after, but as we're doing the live mint, if you could send one of your pieces that you minted to a specific address, I can kind of populate these NFT displays in real time, and we can do a live minting and display together. So I think I have enough pieces here to accommodate everything that's getting minted. So 1, 2, 2, 4, that's 10, 12, 13. Yeah, I can accommodate everything that's going to be minted here. So looking forward to this. This is going to be good. It'll be fun. Yeah, the GMI parcel is complete. I think I just spent like 5 Matic or 10 Matic or something doing all of this, but that's okay. It's so worth it.
Yeah.
I'll be like
Yeah,
the Bitcoin
Matic
pizza
should be
guy
fun.
10 years from now that
Yeah.
spent like $5,000 decking out his Gotchiverse parcel.
If that's true, then we'll all be quadrillionaires.
Oh, Light Piglet Alpha right here, Big Alpha. My
Good
friend owns a
choice.
gallery in Denver. We can make it happen next year. So,
East
you guys did a
Denver?
really good one at Art Basel.
That would be nuts.
Yeah,
At
Art
Art
Basel was
Basel,
interesting.
yeah. That was the first time that we had the physicals created. This is
Oh, yeah,
insane.
we
One
had-
night 4. Is this a fake?
Oh
This is
yeah,
awesome.
That is a fake.
I forget that style of art, that Renaissance, the panels. It's always usually like a resurrection scene or something to scare children into believing in God or whatever religion. It
Do you
kind
guys
of
ever
reminds.
see the Voynich manuscript? Reminds me of that a little bit.
Can you type that out?
Oh man, the Voynich manuscript. It's like this book that no one knows what it's actually about. It's like one of the only books in the world, probably maybe the only book that no one has any fucking clue what they're talking about. But there's all sorts of crazy illustrations in it.
The Voynich manuscript. Yeah, this artist is more Locus, and he's a pretty great artist. I don't know any of his work, so this is my first opportunity here. Got you work too. A lot of
Just
great
like
fakes
one
coming
random
off the
page
queue
from the book.
here. Oh yeah, look at this. Voynich manuscript was written in Voynichese, so it was written in its own language
Yeah.
in the 1400s. Interesting.
It was found in like some guys. I think the guys who owned it at the time was like a baron or like a lord, and he had it in like a chest, and someone opened it up and no one could read it. Maybe AI will one day be able to figure it out.
Oh man, AI is doing crazy stuff right now with reading hieroglyphics and stuff. It's been really
wow.
interesting, like how it's able to decode things that people haven't been able to figure out for like thousands of years.
Wow.
Didn't it also try to kill its human operator in a simulation of like a Air Force AI drone training thing?
Yeah, growing pains, right? I don't know, man. AI, it could go both ways.
Was it
right now.
real?
We've opened Pandora's box. Whoa, look at that. Coder Dan. That's really cool looking.
Yeah, it's like super Renaissance kind of very, very interesting culture going on in it.
It's like you can look at it
But no
two
one
different
knows.
ways. It could be like this deep, interesting culture with this really interesting drawing, or you could be like, this looks like entry level Mid Journey. Like, I don't know. It could be either way, right? Like it kind of has a Mid Journey kind of vibe to it also at the same time.
Chichi says it's been decoded. Really? Wait, well, I've never heard of the Codex Seraphinius. Yeah, Seraphinius.
Codex Seraphinius. Oh, Phantasma. Look at this. I made a Voynich Pepe with Mid Journey back in the day.
That is kind of fire looking.
That is cool,
That's
man.
awesome.
That's so
Is that
awesome.
like give me a Pepe in the style of the Voynich manuscript? That's cool.
Oh man, that's good. Here we go.
All right, guys, I got this fountain just chilling. I'm zenned out right now. I got the nice music of the raffle and the fountain. Perfect combo.
Man, I can't wait to have the fountain in 3D. I'm gonna put on my VR headset and just sit there and meditate.
Seriously.
Meditate by my fountain.
Oh, Coder
Oh.
Dan, with the arena 3D, what perspective is the fighter going to be in?
It'll be adjustable. So if you want to be in kind of third person behind the shoulder, you can be. But we'll also have top down, like we currently have.
That's a pretty big change. Do you think the changes like in movement or attack, will there be significant changes as well, like a difference between your left and right hand or anything like that?
Yeah, I think there will be some, like, it's not going to be the exact same arena as we have now. I'm sure there'll be some changes that are made, but it'll hopefully be more fun, and we'll support, like we mentioned earlier, the multiple rooms.
Man.
So, and there'll be a little bit of definitely be supporting buy-ins too. So if you want to have a friendly wager with some friends to see who can beat each other, that'll also be an option.
If you can you create some kind of escrow for assets? Like, because I've been doing this in the arena, and it would probably work better if I put in an escrow, where I'll go to the center arena, I'll tell everybody come to the center. Whoever kills me gets a fake gachi. Like, if I could put a fake gachi in an escrow to go to the winner of a battle between two people, that would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty nuts. Yeah.
I see.
So like put up actual NFTs. You could do it. Yeah. What you could do it where everyone's got to put up. Maybe, I don't know, an NFT. Say like it's got to be part of a collection. Yeah, that's pretty wild to be able to actually use an NFT as a buy-in.
You could do this with you can market it towards Polygon communities, where it's literally just, hey, we're all on Polygon, Wreck Dogs, Polygon Monkeys, Faden, whatever project. We're going to do a battle royale. You got to throw up a PFP. We'll throw up something from our ecosystem, because they're like, their PFPs are like, what, 20, 30 bucks. Throw up some wearables and just kind of duke it out for publicity.
I mean,
I'll have to
that's
think
pretty
about
cool.
that.
You'd be fighting with your Avagachi, but your PFP for that battle that you'd put up would be like your little PFP in the corner, and it'd be like your pink slip, right? When you go drag racing for pink slips, whoever wins takes the other car. So it's kind of like that, where you're battling it out, and whoever wins takes your PFP.
Yeah, I like it. They're like, I'm in a bunch of different communities now. Goobs is in a bunch of different Polygon communities. It'd be easy to get some degens, some light coded degens that are looking to learn more, to come over and be like, oh, there's an actual game I can fight, and put, like wager my, cheap PFP on, not bad.
You have your Grail fight.
I see Lagan's dropping some alpha here as well. Maybe we can touch on this because this was part of your dev release that you guys had. You were teasing at a super secret mobile game, possibly. I wonder if this has something to do with it, but I'm just trying to connect the dots here. But this looks amazing. What you got here?
Pieces. This looks really cool. I love the raffle, like always.
Is that all being done in Blender or Unity? Like, what are you using to create this type of aesthetic here with pixelated blocks? Nice.
I'm just gonna drop this thread here. If anyone on the call hasn't seen this, definitely a good thread to catch up on.
There's a link to the video with Slama in there, right?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah. I didn't realize you guys did a thread on that as well.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I just felt inspired. I read the blog post and I'm like, this should be a thread. So I just kind of made one. I didn't realize that there was another
Oh, man,
Avogaccio.
the
That's
algorithm
good.
sucks. Didn't even send you that.
No, man. It kind of gypped me on this one. But that's okay. We got 2 threads
Well,
now. That's awesome.
I've been reading more and more about the algo and how it's been changing, and it's like all keywords, and right now it's all like stupid shit coins and meme coin stuff. So it's like it's slowly shifting back to PFP and like Web3 gaming. But if you use like any kind of hashtags for that stuff, it gets buried in the in the feed.
Very cool.
Just saw Chair drop this nice thing about the Roxiano quest. Very cool. I don't know if everyone's seen that.
Yeah, it's officially gone live. So I believe you'll need to do the Infinity Keys quest, which you'll need either an OG or Dahlia Doom NFT to access. Once you got those NFTs, you can access the Infinity Keys quest, which you can play to get the key, which is the fake gachi. So with that being said, I think it's about time we maybe make our way over to the GMI server. For those of y'all who are not part of GMI or not part of the server or never been there, I'll definitely just drop an invite link here. And maybe we can start making our way over for Fake Fest and kick off the festivities.
Cool
I'm
friends.
saving all my alpha for Fake Fest.
Yeah, see that alpha. Like he's literally saving his alpha. All the alpha. Fake Fest time here.
Thanks everyone for coming out to the hangout, and see you tomorrow at the Dow call.
Absolutely.
Take it easy, friend.
Is there a reward? I don't know, maybe Thrax is already gone, but I think there's probably a reward for attending the Dow calls now, but I can't confirm that. But if anyone from the ThriveCoin team can, there might be some Thrive rewards for that. I'm gonna pump those attendance numbers. Cool friends. Have a great rest of the day. Peace.
Later. See y'all at Fake Fest.
yourself something to drink, use the restroom, snacks, smoke break, call mom, do what you need to. Find yourself some comfort. No rush at all on the start. We'll be getting up here and getting going here soon enough. Got Hefe and Roxy on the stage. Anybody else, if you're ready on stage and you want to jump up here, feel free to raise your hand and we get you up here. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming on out to Fake Fest 2023 by GMI. And we've been super excited about hosting this. I've got some tunes that I'm going to get playing here in just a second to kind of set the room. Otherwise, let's just let friends start filing in and appreciate everyone being here. What's going on, Hefe? What's going on, Roxy?
Hello, hello. Fake Fest, kicking off Fake Fest. I am super stoked. This is one of my favorite parts of Aavegotchi, so I'm glad to be here.
Same. Very hype on all the art and the artists. Very excited to see everybody's works and the activities and stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And so we're here, and we've all kind of contributed in our own way. Everybody up here has put a piece in the queue, and I know Roxiano, you're working on something special here as well that we'll get into. I'm super stoked to be a part of that as well.
Awesome. Yeah.
In the
There were some
meantime,
hints in the hangout.
yeah, absolutely. I was gonna say, in the meantime, if we'd like to head over to the GMI Fake Fest HQ, that's where we'll also be starting our journey as we make our ways across to the other bounce gates. So
That sounds good. I know you got a lot of bounce gates set up. Big shout out to Grim as well. He's got a whole mess of bounce gates set up. Anybody that sees that standard graphic that he whipped up on all those different parcels, that's all Grim's doing. So we appreciate that very much.
absolutely, like you said there, Mike Helm, I'm gonna just step away real quick. I'm gonna get some water, do a little refill here, and we'll get right into it. And I encourage everyone else to kind of do the same and take a little breather here before we get into Fake Fest.
Give me a sound check. I'm gonna start playing this here on a loop and just make sure it's not bombing too loud through
Okay.
here. See what you think.
Yeah, there you go. Right on. You're good.
So perfect. I'll give this here a loop. Let's give us maybe 5 minutes at a minimum. So let's kick it off no later than 10:10 Mountain Standard Time here. So we'll give you all about 7 minutes. Go ahead and get yourself settled in, relaxed. We'll be kicking off here officially at 10:10.
Cool, cool.
Seven fucking good cheese! Seven fucking good cheese!
Hashtag Gachi Gang are the Polygon OGs. Crypto punks of Polygon IMO. Proud to rep my double myth IR Vargotchi PFP, Purple Heart, Ghost. Is it Grail status at Glux Ross?
Seven fucking good cheese! Seven fucking good cheese! Seven fucking good cheese! Seven fucking good cheese!
Hashtag Gachi Gang are the Polygon OGs. Crypto punks of Polygon IMO. Proud to rep my double myth IR Vargotchi PFP, Purple Heart, Ghost.